Hi everyone, this is Robert, and thanks for watching my guide to the Shora Hah Shrine. This shrine is found in Death Mountain. The first thing you're going to do is throw up Magnesis and grab this block with these spikes and put it in the air. Don't worry, you can run underneath it and it will not land on you. The big thing you're going to have to do throughout this dungeon is you're going to have to light torches with a blue flame and continue to find ways to light further torches in the dungeon. Right here you just want to use Magnesis to jimmy rig these metallic planes to where you can actually jump on them back and forth to get to the treasure chest. Inside the chest there is a bow, and that's your treasure. There are a number of chests throughout this dungeon, and I will show you where each of them are located and what's inside. So you're going to want to get back on these platforms and maneuver them over so you can hop back onto the stairs. And I wasn't quite willing to risk that jump, so I went ahead and decided to jockey these back into position one more time. I was going to have to do it anyways just to get that bottom one, so on the return trip I can make it through without having to jump. So you need to whip out a torch, get this blue flame, and take it down to the center brazier and ignite the brazier, and it's going to go ahead and open these gates. From here you're going to want to keep your torch with you, and you're going to want to go around these water spouts. The first two are easy enough, you can just kind of walk around them. The third one you're going to have to drop down into a crouch, and then you can scoot just barely underneath that water spout, and then you're going to light this third brazier. This is going to start a platform that will have another brazier on it that you need to light. At this point you're going to need to take out your bow and arrow. You're going to want to ignite an arrow with a blue flame. A regular flame arrow will not work. You have to take a regular arrow and set it on fire, and then launch it over here to this brazier and set it on blue flame, and that will raise that platform. From here you want to run back. Now something to be mindful for, when you get to the top up here there's going to be a button you have to depress. When you stand on that button and depress it, it's going to lower a platform, and there's going to be a giant spiked ball come rolling towards you. Take Magnesis and freeze that ball and grab a hold of it. You can actually use this to your advantage. So the Guardians laid a trap for you, and we're going to try and kill you, and you're going to return the favor with them. So you can just take this ball here and smash them, and each hit will basically one-shot the Guardians. And that makes quick and easy work of this room. From here there's two treasure chests, and there's a brazier. You're going to have to go back to that elevated brazier that's going up and down, and watch out for the spike ball that you left behind because it will damage you. But first let's go ahead and open these treasure chests. This one contains a ancient gear, and the next one contains a great flame sword. So from here you're going to run back to that elevated platform that has that blue brazier, whip out your torch, go ahead and ignite it. The video corrupted, so I kind of missed this, and you're going to go back into the room that you're in where you kill those Guardians, light that brazier, and it's going to open these doors. From here it's kind of tricky because you can see that there's three braziers in there. You're going to need to light all three at the same time, so you can go ahead and just light this first one, no big deal. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can do what I did, which is take Cryosis and stop time on one of those water spouts, light that brazier, and then light the next, and that will lift the gates. You could also line up those last two braziers and take a blue arrow and shoot through them at the same time, like you're getting ready to do here, and that would do it without you having to use Cryosis. But I'm low on arrows, so I didn't want to do that. So that's what I used. I stopped time instead. So here you need to use Cryosis, or I'm sorry, here you just shoot an arrow with a blue flame through both of those platforms at the same time, and it starts these updraft machines. However, I overshot the platform, and I whipped back around, and I landed right here. Now something you're going to need to do is light another platform over there. So I took a sword that you actually get later in the dungeon. I doubled back with it because I'm out of arrows, and I lit the sword on fire, and then I threw it up there onto the platform. Fortunately, when you throw the sword or a torch with the blue flame, it doesn't go out. So pick the sword up, light the brazier, good to go. Now this, you can go ahead and there's two ways you can do this. You can light that brazier now and go over here and take Cryosis, freeze that water spout, it'll stop putting out water, and then take Magnesis and quickly zip it by. So I took Magnesis, brought it over. One of the other things you could do is you could wait and just take that brazier through there and then go over there and light an arrow and then shoot it on that side. But again, you're wasting arrows, so I didn't want to do that. So from this point, you jump off and you head to your right. You can actually hang out here for a while, but just to show you where you're at. Instead of going straight across, if you went to your right, and this way going to your left, that treasure chest right there has a sword in it that's made of wood. And this is what I use to continue to light the torches. Instead of using a torch, I use my wooden sword for the continue the blue flame. This other treasure chest over here has a silver rupee, which is the equivalent of 100 rupees. I took my sword out, got the brazier lit, and then I went down here, and there are guardians in this room, but I went ahead and killed them because, like I said, I double backed at that point. This is for illustrative purposes only. There's 3 guardians in there. You can kill them, or you can light that fire underneath them. That'll help you damage them. Then you can just run through this platform. You're almost there. The dungeon is almost done. There's one more treasure chest, and through the magic of splitting feeds, this is take 2, where you can see what's in the treasure chest, and that was just 5 ice arrows. And then I went ahead and I went back and lit my sword, lit that torch, and then you want to use momentum and zip around and light all these torches at the same time, and that's it. You completed it. You've got all the treasure chests, and now you have the spirit shard. If you enjoyed this guide, please make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Tell your friends. And if there are any other dungeons you want to see guides on, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks.